some imagery of something which I encountered earlier today when I was out and about grocery shopping. Right there, in broad daylight, on the street corner of a busy intersection, ostensibly up for grabs, even though it didn't have a free sign affixed to it, it seemed to be there for the taking. One of those bronze, cast iron, metal fire pit bowls, the sort of thing you would find in a backyard, maybe even your own, right there, apparently free to the world. And it occurred to me how easy it would be for me to turn around and, inasmuch as it was up for grabs, grab it. And why not? There's no end to the uses to which I could put such a device. Utilizing something like that for burning documents alone would make it worth the haul. I've never been much for paper shredding. Anyone who is hell-bent on breaching your filing cabinet is going to take the time and the trouble of pasting together all of those ribbon-like tidbits. Nah. And as for paper pulping, forget it. You fill your kitchen sink full of water, and then you immerse all of those documents that you want to dispose of until they are a submerged, saturated, soggy, sodden mess. And then you take your hands and you start to rend and rip and mangle that mess. Paper is water soluble, and when it gets wet, all of those chemicals, all of those toxins which are infused in the fibers of the paper stock, those all get released into the water, and then they get all over your hands. Feels just like an acid burn. Says a lot about the paper mills and the pollutants that they're pumping out into the river, but I digress. The upshot is, as much as I might have wanted to claim something like that as my own, I didn't. And here is why. As much as it might mean to me to find something like that, I know how much more meaningful it would be to a homeless person, especially at this time of year, especially in the Pacific Northwest. To be homeless, to be down and out and destitute, and yet to come across a discovery like that throughout the course of your daily routine, to be able to find something like that and claim it for yourself, and then cart it back to your homeless encampment, of which there are hundreds in this area alone, such a discovery as this could be the life or death difference in the day-to-day struggle just to stay alive. Imagine being homeless, and yet finding something like that, which would give you safe access to an open fire. Safe access. You saw for yourself it was a complete set. It had the wire mesh safety screen. That is a special protective device which safeguards against sparks and all of the other residual effects of an open flame. Imagine being homeless, being out there and exposed to those elements, and yet having the heat, the glow, the comfort and camaraderie of an open fire, but moreover, the revitalization and the peace of mind which such warmth can offer. No, I left it where it was. And that brings us to the bottom line. When you are out there stumbling around from free pile to free pile, and let's face it, in this city, there are several on every block. If you should come across the treasure of your dreams, by all means take it. It was clearly meant for you to find and meant for you to drag home with you, and there are no losers in such a scenario. You win because you found the thing of your dreams. The dope that left it there wins because you're cleaning up after him, you're recycling, it's ecologically sound, and the community wins because you're helping to clear out all of the junk, trash, and garbage left behind by all of these fools. But if you should come across something which you know will be of infinitely greater use to someone else, just leave it there. leave it for the next guy. Leave it for somebody else. Or, if you have the means, if you have the resources, load it up in your car and drive it on down to the nearest Hooverville. It will be appreciated. You might just be saving somebody's life. Outside of that, though, just leave it there. Just leave it and keep on walking. You're bound to find something else for yourself in the next pile of junk up the street. Nah. To a homeless person, the value of an open fire is inestimable, not only in the sense of meditative warmth, but just in the sheer sense of survival.